Hey guys, this is my last podcast for a long while before I go off to Europe. That's right, I'm headed out of the country tomorrow. And bros, I just want to say that I love you. I've been loving this journey that we're on, and I look forward to many more when I'm back. And that's fine. You guys don't have to say anything at all. Here we go. We're back. Triple Threat Podcast coming in your ears. This is me, Alex Vaughn, coming to you live on tape. But there is no tape. It's just like put in the computer. I don't know. Somehow. I don't really know how technology works. With me, as always, are my eldest brother, William C. William, how you doing?
Good.
Okay. Are you sure about that?
I wanted to make I was going to say a big blurb, which I'm saying right now. And then we were going to pass it on to Matt. No, Alex, I didn't say anything during that wonderful intro because I was just I was a little emotional.
No. It's like when Dennis is trying to get Jason Sudeikis back in the gang, and he gets real emotional about it for no reason. What is with this guy? I kind of really banked on you guys not saying anything, and hence the patheticness of my message. But
no, it's pathetic. That's your message.
Patheticness.
The patheticity.
Pathetic. And we're at Ben Mendelsohn already.
Ben Mendelsohn will be here while you're gone, by the way, Alex.
He will be here. He's filling in.
He's a real get.
Oh, for a second I was like, in Halifax? But then you meant like...
He doesn't have to be
on
in
the
Halifax.
podcast.
He's Skyping in from, I assume, L.A.
I would be just so ecstatic if we could get Surian Hanlon on the podcast and he just was Ben Mendelsohn the entire time.
In character, yeah.
In character. Live and in living
character
color.
the whole time. That'd be wonderful.
All right, I guess we should introduce...
That could happen, wink, out loud. Yes,
we should introduce the brainchild of this podcast, Matt.
Yes.
Hi, I'm called the brainchild because I'm a child with a large brain.
No.
Emphasis on child.
You're a child with a large head. I don't know if that really
You have a
means
big,
you have
a big melon.
bread. It's like Megamind, but...
I'm rocking a melon, just like John Bon Jovi did. Rocking the Suburbs. Good song.
So that he was talented.
Hey, killed it.
Yeah,
Rock the Suburbs? Is that a new song?
No, I'm pretty sure that came out September 11th, 2001.
Okay. Too soon.
As things do.
As things do.
Yeah, as things did. No, I said Ben Folds. It's not Ben Folds. It's... Yeah, no, it's not.
It might be the five of them.
No, it is Ben Folds. I was thinking of Ben Harper, which who was just in town like a week or two ago. BT Dubs, Foos were here September 11th, which is this past Friday. Missed it. Not at all upset about that.
No, don't be, because I've seen the same tour, and I don't know.
Boring, right?
Yeah, boring.
Just a real snorer.
I literally fell asleep during the concert
because I got so excited, screamed so hard, and passed out.
Yeah, exactly. A guy in front of me fell asleep or passed out, and then pissed his pants, and then woke back up. So,
did he really?
No, I mean, woke back up as he was more in a zombified state at that point. But yeah, he was real. He was real out of it, and his short legs were real wet in just a very concentrated area.
Oh no!
So I can't say if he did wet himself. What I can say is the spot that would be wet if you were to wet yourself was wet.
Maybe he was David Weta.
Maybe he was David
popular
Weta.
EDM.
Yeah. That's possible.
David Pants.
I don't think really your name has too much to do with whether your pants are wet or dry, but that's just me.
I don't know what that
That's just me. You just are who you are.
I just am who I am and will be who I was.
Alex, you started off the podcast. You mentioned you mentioned the word technology. Now, you earlier mentioned technology.
Did I mention the word technology?
I don't think I did. Yeah,
you did.
You said you don't know how technology works.
Technology.
So you said earlier that you were a little bit concerned with how much Google knows about this trip of yours.
Oh my God! So here's the thing. Here's the thing: is that I've booked basically all my stays in the various cities I'll be in, and my flights and things like that. And I was just like, all right, like. I'm going places. I don't have a ton of plans in each place I go. Like if I go to Liverpool, I'm seeing a game, and then you're like, well, I should check out the Beatles Museum. And then if I'm in Amsterdam, I'll look around the town, but there's also like a Heineken Museum and stuff like that. So you kind of go from there, go to the Louvre, go to the Colosseum, but don't have that much planned. So I was Googling, and I was like, first trip to Europe, just to see like what should you see when you're over there. And what pops up is my whole entire life right before my eyes. It's like, hey, man, you're flying over, you're staying here. I was like, Google. I told you none of that. So it literally had like 15 or 16 things that popped up that was like, you're going to be here, you're going to be in Berlin at this place on these dates, in Amsterdam this place these dates, and blah 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 blah. And I was just like, holy ish.
Oh wow!
It knows everything there is now. It doesn't have, for some reason, it doesn't have my train schedule, but it has the 4 flights I'm taking, and then every single place I'm staying, and it is creepy as heck.
And it has like the names of the
has the names, the dates, the address. Has it on
telling
a map.
You who else is going to be there? It's
like, exactly.
Yeah.
You might be.
There's this like very small print at the bottom. It's just like, only you can see this. I'm like, yeah, but why do you know? So it's very disconcerting because I wasn't looking to see that. I don't know how it knows it's my first. I guess it just saw a trip to Europe or something like that. But yeah, the computers know all. They know way more about you than you could ever realize. So it's not like I booked it through Google. I booked it through various sites. But much just went my email and then it picked it up from there.
Now, do you use Gmail?
I use Gmail, yeah.
Gmail.
Yeah.
Gmail Nanjiani.
Jamal at Gmail.
Jamal Nanjiani. Did you use it? Do you surf with Chrome?
I do surf with Chrome.
Maybe Chrome was following along.
Chrome might be hooking you up too. Yeah.
I read that there's a Chrome plugin now that will, when you go to IMDb and you go to like a TV show, it'll black over the amount of episodes people are in, so you don't know like who pops up when or who dies.
Oh, that seems really useful.
It is very useful.
That's really
I'm
annoying.
like, oh, that guy's only in one episode.
Like, it's like, I don't want to look up this show because I don't want to see how many episodes this guy's done. It's like 2 episodes. Like, oh, dang.
Okay, well, he dies immediately.
Dies at the end of this season.
Michael Keaton dies in the first episode of Lost. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
Wait, he doesn't actually, though.
I thought the bats.
No, but the original plan was...
That was the plan, yeah. Which is
was
awesome.
it the original plan?
The original plan was to have
Michael
Keaton in the pilot and have him die in the very first episode.
So you'd be
but
like...
everyone was like, why would you want your main character to die? He's like...
Because no one would expect it.
Exactly, and that was their argument. The guys were like, yeah, but it's also a really bad idea. So like, all right, well, we'll get Matthew Fox because Party of Five ain't doing much. And as soon as they did that, Michael Keaton's like, I'm out.
The hell's Party of Five? Yeah, and then Matthew Fox made it through. I think
that's not what it was. He was in Party of Five.
Yeah, he's in Party of Five.
With Nev.
Yeah, with NC.
Lace.
And A Place to Be. Yeah.
Lacey Chabert.
It was Lacey. Oh, yeah, okay. So she was in there, too. Yeah.
And Jennifer Love Hewitt?
And, yeah, well, I Jennifer like Hewitt.
Okay. Jennifer and
Jennifer not crazy.
Yeah, not crazy.
Jennifer not crazy about Hewitt.
So I'll say one thing, which is totally off topic, but it doesn't matter. When I'm going over to Europe, I'm like, people are like, yeah, I know a lot of people speak English over there, whatever. And then I was watching the Liverpool-Manchester United game on this Saturday, and they were talking to the coach of Man United, or the manager, I should say, Louis van Gaal, and he's talking, and I'm just like, oh, crap, he's speaking English. I don't understand a word. Nah, I don't want
it. doesn't matter how much English
I'm just going to be like, go befriend the people from Boom Chicago, and that's it. That's my only plan when I'm over there.
Wait, is that a Seth Meyers history joke?
That's what is in Amsterdam to see joke.
Okay.
One of those.
I don't know.
Know about that 'cause Seth Meyers.
What?
I only know that because Seth Meyers was in it.
Yeah, Seth Meyers was in it, but it's like a touring Second City thing. So Key and/or Peel was in it as well.
Oh, in Amsterdam.
I mean, yeah, that's where Boom Chicago is.
They should call it Hamsterdam.
Why?
I disagree.
Or Hamster Dance.
Why?
Well,
no.
A hamster dam just makes me think of like a dam that holds in a bunch of hamsters, and that seems
great.
Not all right. Not good.
I'm already interested.
I thought a hamster dam was a hamster in hell, but that's, I don't know.
It's a hamster damned.
It's a hell's
a hamster damned. R.I.P. Wes Craven.
Damned.
I didn't know that he was sick.
He didn't call you?
He didn't.
Not
he didn't
cool,
say.
Wes Craven.
But, usually if someone's like ill.
Well, I don't know.
Celebrity.
There are also a lot of old people out there, so it's like you kind of lose track over time. Over who's sick and
That's
who's
true.
not.
That's true, I guess. Yeah. R.I.P. John Hamm and Jennifer Westfeldt's 18-year relationship.
Who are not dead. Okay, thank you for elaborating on that.
They're 18. They split up?
They split up. They made like a banana and leave.
She's not really well-known, though, right?
No, and if you're famous, if you're with someone not well-known, get the F out of there, right, Matt?
No, I know, but it's just weird for you to name drop her instead of being like, John Hamm broke up with his girlfriend who no one would know.
How did you know that? I didn't know. How did you know that?
I think
it's on like if I'm on Facebook, it's just like we'll have news on the side, and it's like
that thing.
So
yeah.
and it's like on the Twit box, if you follow like I don't know, you can follow all sorts of stuff, and
if you follow John Hamm, he posted R.I.P. 18-year relationship, LOL.
LOL.
It would be kind
callous.
of remarkable to see a celebrity break up with somebody and like they just do not handle it well on Twitter. They just treat it like somebody who's just like, I'm so much better after you at this person.
Ooh, yeah. Like there's a total like high school student about it or something.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be great. You'd be like,
yeah.
brother, Leo, get it together.
Leo, that model was not for you. Is Leo okay? Very out of the loop. Is Leo married right now?
No, he's definitely dating 1,000 models at the same time.
He used to date Giselle, though, didn't he? Or am I confused?
Did he really?
Like,
yeah,
he's the real winner now, though, not a loser like Leo D.
Leo D. Didn't even win an Oscar. What a loser.
Hasn't
yet. Yeah,
4 Super Bowls. No, hasn't yet. I know. And people are like, he hasn't even won an Oscar. I'm like, he's still
Leonardo DiCaprio.
He's still Leo DiCaprio. Yeah. He's still got a lot of time, man.
Lots of people have
he's the guy
Oscars.
that when you say he hasn't won an Oscar, I would say most people would probably say, really?
Yeah, that is one of those facts.
Surprising.
Most people, are surprised.
And you're like, wait, Ben Mendelsohn has one for Best Directing, but Leo DiCaprio doesn't have one for acting?
No, he doesn't have one for acting. That's why Leo's got to go into Leo's got to direct more.
What?
I know.
Did Ben Mendelsohn win for directing?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was just sitting here. I was like,
yeah,
how exactly
he directed
do you
The
expect
Departed.
me to win? An acting.
Actually, Leo hasn't directed anything. He'll be
what a
Leo
piece
will
of
be a guy
garbage.
who
Guess he has a lens, bro.
What a loser. No, Leo's a guy. I think he'll have like an Eastwood like career. He'll just act for a million years and then he'll direct for a million years after that.
Eastwood's amazingly talented. He's a really good director.
Who? Eastwood?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think he's pretty good. I like.
Look at what he's directed stuff since like I think the 70s. Like I think he didn't play
yeah.
Misty for me unless I'm wrong.
I mean, I'm not gonna be able to fact check it, but yeah, he's directed for a long while. It's not like a post acting thing or anything like that, or when he slowed down on acting. I mean, he's always been doing it.
Man, I need a Ben Affleck directed movie stat.
He's Clint's got a very handsome son as well.
He does. It's true.
Yeah,
and so does
Kurt Russell.
Yeah,
he's very distracting.
his son's in 22 Jump Street, which I didn't realize until later. You say play Misty for me? Is that what you say? Yeah, he did. That was his first directing.
Now,
job
Will,
in
who's the
1971.
actress who plays opposite him in Play Misty for me?
That would be Once Behind to Be Loads. That'd be Lucille Bluth. Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Jessica Walter.
Also known as Crazy Woman.
She's on the poster. Oh, nice.
Isn't she in that weird? I think she's in that weird.
She's in that weird cartoon called Archer.
No,
by Adam Reed.
That weird Sean Connery movie.
Oh, Zardoz.
Is she really? That'd be interesting.
I thought maybe
I could be wrong. I could be wrong. She's in like some weird movie. I thought it was Zardoz. I always want to call Zardoz Xanadu, and I know it now. I realize that it's not, but I don't.
They're
know
different,
what
but equally insane.
Yeah,
Xanadu's with what's her name? The lady from Greece.
Olivia Newton-John. Shout out to How Did This Get Made?
No, Olivia Newton Papadopoulos. She's from Greece. Yeah, get it, guys?
Olivia Newton Papadopoulos?
Yeah, because it's like a name of somebody who'd be from Greece.
Like Jesse?
Greek, Greece.
I'm not seeing Zardoz pop up on here. Anyway.
It's fine.
Matt knows a lot about a strange amount about how to play Misty for me, unless he just watched it recently.
No, I do know a strange amount about that movie. I think I just once looked up Clint Eastwood's directing career, and then I just was like, wait, Lucille Bluth, really? She's like one of those actresses you're like, I've never seen her younger than like 60. Same thing when I look up Judi Dench. Judi Dench looks like a little wood nymph, but also herself.
It's like looking at
I have
Meryl Streep from the
Meryl Streep
1970s.
looks the same.
Oh my god, nah, she's way hotter in the 70s.
She's a very attractive woman back
Yeah,
then.
maybe not hot. She's a very beautiful woman.
She is beautiful.
Dude, have you even seen the poster for Ricky and the
What a
Flash?
Betty White back in the day too.
Oh, hello.
Okay.
If you're gonna take anything from this podcast, guys,
I'm 90.
it's that when famous women were younger,
They were more attractive.
Oh, don't touch that one. I have a overheard story about Jessica Walter
Hit it.
from
Yeah,
one of the directors.
not interested.
Shut up! From one of the directors of Arrested Development, he's saying that they're shooting one day and there's a scene where she just like leaves. She's like, I'm leaving. She leaves, and they were shooting and she's just like, all right, and she left like, all right, that's great, thanks, Jessica. She had taken off into a taxi to the airport and left. usually you stick around after you walk off something, but she
literally left.
She just
not
took
only the
off.
scene, but everything else.
You just split town. Yeah. So let that
Made
be
like a
new
banana
kids.
and
and leafed.
Appropriate.
She made like the
Mr. Manager.
She made like my other hand and left. Hey, Matt, what did you see at the Apple event this week? Big Apple. What do they even call it? They just call it Apple event, don't they?
They do call it Apple event. They
call
often
it
describe it as a
keynote,
keynote. Now, there's usually multiple a year. They wouldn't call WWDC just an event because the Worldwide Developers Conference is kind of its own animal, but that would have a keynote. But yeah, Apple event is what they call it.
What kind of animal would it be if it was an animal?
It would be probably a warthog, but one that has it's very well designed. It's got very the.
Must be like Bebop. It'd be mutated, so it'd be like Bebop.
Yeah, exactly. And then the January event would be like Rocksteady. So yeah, this
good.
Usually there's an iPhone event, in September, and then there's usually an iPad event in October, which is kind of I've always thought was kind of a weird 1-2 punch. I thought you'd want to spread that out a little bit more. Maybe put the iPad event in November, still release it for your Christmas quarter, that sort of thing. But yeah, they announced a lot of stuff at this most recent Apple event, which was they talked about a new larger iPad, the iPad Pro. An update, like the first real big update to the Apple TV they've done in a long time, and they talked about the new iPhone 6s and 6s Plus. That was what they hit.
Is there a reason why they say, and this is a dumb question, but why the second version's always S?
It's not a dumb question. It's kind of just a naming convention they stuck with the 3GS. Yeah, because I think originally the S is for speed with the 3GS, and then when they released the 4S, it was just kind of like that's what we call our second phone edition now.
Yeah, it's like that's just what it is. You're like, all right.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I think it's kind of like why do you call the LG G2 the G2? Why do you call the Xperia? Like there's a little bit.
It's like why do you call it? What do you call it?
Yeah,
I just wasn't sure, and it's not. There is questions for all that, and whether it's just what the logic is behind it. But yeah, the S one I always found interesting.
And the best part is,
said, it's Siri
6S Plus.
6S
Plus.
No, the best is when they get the second model of the iPod. Dang it, the iPhone. Second model of the iPhone 10, and it'll be plugged by Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal and Mila Schranik.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeannie Bouchard. Tennis.
Oh, Jeannie.
Okay. I wish I didn't. Hey, she had a concussion, didn't she?
Yeah.
Something weird happened there.
How did you get a concussion in tennis? Bare knuckle brawling. She was training with Ronda. Fur coat Ronda.
Ronda Rousey.
Oof, don't. That's the one person I wouldn't want to call lousy because it rhymes and she would destroy me.
Yeah, but you didn't say that. I did, or did I, or was it you?
Did you guys?
Was it not me?
Catch your eyes at the iPhone event? Or the
only thing I didn't watch and I never do. The only thing that I saw was the new iPad has a stylus. The Steve Jobs era is dead.
Not true. It doesn't have a stylus. You can buy.
Get it. I know, but that's just what the headline was.
I know. It's just okay. Let me talk.
It's just a the stylus is just a mannequin's
good.
finger.
My setup has been acquired. Let's go.
Famously, when they announced the iPhone, one of the things Steve Jobs talked about was
not having.
Okay, so we have a touchscreen device. What do we use on it? A stylus? No, styluses are terrible and stupid. They're you lose them and they're horrible. And then so everyone was waiting until Apple released their own stylus or something, which was just this past week. But the thing is, it's not. You don't need a stylus for the iPad Pro. You can just buy one.
Yeah.
So it's not. It's entirely different because Steve Jobs is like, oh, on things where you need a stylus, that sucks. So they don't need it. It's for drawing and stuff like that. People are going to
personal preference, right? You might as well give the option instead of just always having this. I'm sure they get a lot of feedback. That's it would be good if.
And they could sell it for $100.
Okay, really?
Yeah,
it's like a piece of.
It's not though because there's a you actually have to charge it and there's sensors in that one too.
You have to charge your stylus?
Yeah, but you can charge it right into your iPad if you want to.
How much is the new iPad?
I think the base model is $800 American.
Ugh.
Well, it's the iPad Pro. It's a monster.
Yeah, it's fully loaded. You can get an iPad Mini for $269 US.
They dropped the price in the
US
because it's definitely not that in Canada. It's $200 more, and I don't know the figure for that.
$8,000 million, roughly. That's an estimate. By the way, speaking of Jobs, apparently the Fassbender Steve Jobs movie that Sorkin wrote, I think.
Yes.
Yep. Apparently that smokes. Apparently that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm so excited for that movie.
I'm excited for that too because my boy
maybe
and doppelganger Michael Fassbender's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One guy came into my office and he was like, giving me a spiel, and he was like, "Yeah, blah, blah, blah. You look a lot like Michael Fassbender." Does anyone
How
ever
do you
tell?
walk around?
Does everyone ever tell you that? And I was like, actually, yes, I've heard that before.
Have you? Has someone actually said you looked like him before?
Yeah,
I don't see it.
I won't say who.
I like that they picture that Apple. I'm on the Apple site. The picture Apple uses for the Pro is Jupiter.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, the logo.
It's like, folks, in case you didn't get that, this is big. We'll give you the biggest planet in our known solar system as an example.
I was going
to something else I realized this week was one of the reasons I like Tim Cook is he reminds me of Mr. Rogers a little bit.
Okay, yeah, I could see that.
Right? So there's like a little bit of love there. Oh yeah, tomorrow night
at 3:30 every morning.
Yeah, it's bonkers.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's 3:30 or it's 4:30, but one time I think at 4:30 he tweeted before an Apple event. He was
up and ready to
early
go.
riser. Let's do this.
He just always does.
In.
I don't know.
Why the hell is he up so early?
He's got to read up on the foreign markets before he goes to work.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't get to be the head of Apple after Steve Jobs. Just being like, just 9 to 5, just keeping it.
That's just who he is too. I don't think it's necessarily like. I think other people could do something different, but he's locked in.
No,
yeah, but then he goes to bed.
Gives you that,
He goes to bed super early.
Pastiche.
Well, I mean that's gonna be bad because he's on Stephen Colbert late show with Stephen Colbert next week, and he's only gonna get 3 hours sleep. Yeah,
where he called Elon Musk an evil villain, supervillain. Yeah.
I watched the first episode of Colbert's Late Show. I liked it.
You liked it?
I haven't seen it yet. Someone was complaining about it on Twitter, but
it was more similar to what he did before than I expected.
He still kind of approaches his way of speaking very similar to the Colbert character, which is kind of surprising to me. But I mean, then and he's just like, well, that's just him, I guess.
And he still presents it like a news show. Like he'll have it's got the kind of.
It's just growing pains. I think he'll come into his own more as he goes.
It's fun though.
I don't even like growing pains though. It's fine too. Like you just keep that
for sure.
That'll be fine.
But everyone's like, it's different. You're like, I mean, everyone's kind of getting into the groove of things. I mean, Seth Meyers was good at the beginning, and I still don't watch it, so I'm not sure if he's improved or not.
Things change.
I love Seth Meyers still. I mean, if you want to see like a very awkward start, watch Jimmy Fallon's first late night. Not late night. Yeah, I guess.
With.
Oh man, his first late night, he looks so nervous. Yeah. He looks like someone like tricked him to be out there, and they're just like, okay, now you're running a show, go.
Well, also, why the heck did giving him De Niro? So stupid.
Was De Niro's first guest?
De Niro was his first guest. It was like Justin Timberlake, De Niro, and someone else.
That's terrible.
Yeah. I'd like to see his first Justin Timberlake interview. It's like, well, I guess we're never going to get along, huh? All right, well, here we go. And then years later, it's a match made in television heaven.
Oh, they're my favorite. Squad goals.
It's also a keyboard for the iPad Pro. Is that the first keyboard they've released for the pad?
I don't think so, because they may have released a Bluetooth one in the past, but I think it's the first one that straight up connects to it the way that it does. Because it's new that it connects to it at all like that.
Well, because it has to fit that size, right? It's specifically for the iPad Pro, apparently.
Yeah, but I guess the thing I'm mentioning specifically is that it doesn't go into the Lightning cable. It goes into a left, kind of on the. If you're holding it with the home screen on the bottom, the left side has this little power port there.
Okay.
That you just kind of connects into.
Oh, nifty.
That I'm wondering about that smart keyboard because it looks like the Surface one, and I wonder if you could actually type on that.
Nifty.
They're up to iPad Mini 4. How do they make a Mini 4? Anyway, sorry. I'm just obviously surfing the Apple website right now.
Smaller. No, clearly you're doing that, and it's making for really good air.
It's just perfect.
Shut up. Hey guys, the NFL season kicked off on Thursday night last week.
Speaking of kicking off, how about Josh Scobie?
So I didn't get to see the game between the Patriots and the Steelers, but I saw the score. But
that score also wasn't exactly accurate.
Yeah, they scored a touchdown with 2 seconds left.
I was gonna say, was that garbage time?
Yeah, it was garbage time.
Most garbage of time.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
Antonio Brown getting the.
Yeah, that hairdo though, that 8-bit mohawk is something.
It really 8-bit mohawk is the perfect
that's
descriptor of that thing.
That's got to go away.
Actually, you know what?
It's like a Minecraft haircut.
Shout out to Matt Cluett for 8-bit mohawk because he said that, and I was just like, that is actually genius.
Actually, my favorite member of the Wu-Tang Clan is 8-bit mohawk.
Yeah,
8-bit mohawk. Yeah,
big fan.
Mine's RZA. Sorry, that was supposed to be funnier.
It's an actual guy.
Okay,
so obviously Tom comes back from being not suspended, but that whole ordeal. I mean, you knew that he would just he would just slay out there.
Woof. Yeah, I mean, he overthrew one pass in the first quarter to Danny Amendola, and then was perfect in the second and third quarters.
He's got a 27-foot tall tight end with a bionic arm.
Oh my god!
He's throwing to the Winter Soldier basically. He's throwing to Bucky Barnes out there.
There were throws, two of Gronk's touchdown passes were like no one else could have caught those.
Yeah,
it's not possible.
Yeah, if anything, his hands are somewhat underrated. Like you don't realize like he catches everything.
Yeah, I think so.
Like as good as like his size is and how hard he is to take down and like everything else, it's just like if you throw it to him, he's catching it. It's probably because his hands are the size of, all three of our hands combined.
But also with Gronk, you can't just simply point to genetics because he has what? 3 brothers who are in the league.
Yeah, I mean he's got 5 total, I think.
That's crazy.
And so like you can't point to genetics. Like I'm super handsome because of genetics, but also you guys aren't, right? So it's like we're all related, but you can't simply point to genetics.
One of us gets compared to Mike.
Alex, you look like Fassbender. I mean, that's
Michael
not
F. Fassbender.
Fassbender and Bradley Cooper. None of these are thought of by me.
Fassbender's he's just lucky he's so talented as an actor. Otherwise, he's just woof,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah. I remember seeing him in 300
had 5
and I was like, who's this guy? This guy's ugly as anything.
Gronkowski had 5 receptions and 94 receiving yards.
Yeah, so it's 3 touchdowns. It was an off day for him. He'll regroup and he'll come back.
Shut up.
And Edelman, like 11 receptions for 92 yards or something. Like just like every little pitch down to him, he caught. And no one could. I don't know what the Steelers secondary was doing. They weren't covering anybody.
No.
I mean, there was good throws by Brady and stuff like that. And then Dion Lewis, who's on everybody's fantasy team.
Of course.
Yeah. So yeah, and how'd the Ravens do yesterday? Will?
Oh, they crushed.
Good.
They crushed. Yeah,
games were played. They took part in them.
It was cool. We definitely know the score, but I have to look it up. Oh shoot, you know what? My internet just went down, guys.
Shoot. Oh, that's weird. I don't know how you're still talking to us right now.
I don't know. This is in a radio
a marvel
studio
of modern technology. Well, that's a shame. Anyway, we'll get. You know what? Next week we'll get an update on week 1.
Next week, next week
of the Baltimore Ravens. I say we, I mean you too, because I won't be a part of it.
That's right.
Will, what are we gonna do, man?
We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about stuff. I don't know. Maybe we can
give up.
You know what? We'll cancel it next week.
Yeah.
We'll get halfway through.
Folks, don't even check next week.
Folks,
he's not going to be here. This is it. We going out.
I was at the red carpet for the Vancouver International Film Festival press conference.
Who did you wear?
I wore
Harry Rosen.
Old Navy.
Those painter's pants.
Old
Navy's painter's pants are one of a kind.
Oh,
better price you'd be hard pressed to find. Quality and comfort, that's our guarantee. Old Navy painters, you're the pants for me.
So I was at the press conference with the producer.
When do you leave, Alex?
Tomorrow at noon. Don't even worry about it.
And yet he forgets math. But I was at the Edward press conference with lots of directors and producers and actors, and the producer director of Edward were like, "Hey, we got to check out your podcast or hear you review the movie." I'm like, "Yeah, definitely check that out."
Yeah, it's so in depth and existent.
So much pressure. I'm like, "Oh no, don't actually listen to this show." That's not what I expected.
The guy who plays Edward out to lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Well, Will, you answered a question for me earlier this week on the podcast. Oh, not on the podcast, via text about Edward. Where I did, yes. I wondered why. I was like, well, Edward looks to be about. He's an older gentleman in there, but then I saw the pictures from VIF, and I was like, that guy's pretty young.
Oh, Eklund's
he also looks
he's
way
a sprite young man. He's from Saskatoon.
I think I saw that.
He's from the tune.
Yeah.
Good guy. So Will explained that he starts off young in the movie and then gets old, and it's really hard to make an old guy young.
Well, this doesn't spoil anything, but because this is a biopic, so it's based on an actual guy. He went white at a very young age. His hair, because of a horse cart accident.
Oh my gosh! I was going to guess horse. I was going to guess the horse kicked him.
Really? What's Anderson Cooper's excuse then?
It's also horse cart accident.
Oh, wow. Also horse cart accident. He was at a hayride on a farm one day.
Vanderbilts or whatever Anderson Cooper is, doesn't matter. Anyway,
Anyway, so that's why he looks. That's why he's like fully gray.
Yeah, I was like, if I look that good at 70, though,
right?
Let me.
He's a good-looking kid. Yeah, no, Eklund's been doing really super well for himself. If you want to see,
writer and producer of Edward, hope you're liking the podcast because we are talking up your star.
We're talking about the star, man. Yeah, the star who didn't see me at the Edward screening premiere, and then I saw him at the press conference. He's like, "Yeah, I didn't know you were there." It's like, I didn't know you were there with your hair. It's because my hair looks different, he said.
Sure. So how was VIF? The VIF press?
It was good. So VIF starts October 24th. Use the hashtag #MustSeeBC when you talk about hashtag Edward on social media because we can win some stuff. So use the hashtag #MustSeeBC. If you're in the Vancouver area, Edward will make its official Canadian debut on October 2nd, 1:30 p.m. at the Cineplex International Village. And then on October 4th, which is a Monday.
The 5th.
The 5th.
My favorite day of the
May the 5th be with you. October 5th, 8:45 p.m. at the Vancouver Playhouse Theatre. So if you're not around Friday afternoon, you're definitely around Monday night. It is after Monday Night Raw, so you can check out Raw and then come. Because I know
really will.
You don't have to pitch Raw. People can miss it.
You really don't have to pitch Raw.
I know the audience that watches Edward definitely watched Monday Night Raw the night before. Mm-hmm. Actually, Michael Eklund, star of Edward, has done a bunch of WWE films and a couple of. It was about 2 years ago. I saw him at a house show in Vancouver. I was like, "Hey, man, really didn't expect to see you at a wrestling show." But he probably had tickets for free.
You didn't know him before Edward, though, right?
I kind of knew him from around.
You drinking something?
It's a bottle of water.
What's got cocktail?
It is quite. I got a beverage.
Monday morning, but it's 2 a.m. in Vancouver Sunday night, so he's keeping going.
It's going.
He's watching the Giants and the Cowboys and just kept it rolling.
It's the weekend somewhere. To quote Man with Brooms. But yeah, Eklund, check out The Call, which is actually probably one of the best, probably another Doyle. Probably one of the best movies WWE has done. It's the Halle Berry one with Morris Chestnut and David Otunga. You guys remember?
Yeah, that one actually was pretty well received.
It was pretty well received. I thought it was a pretty good little.
And everything.
It was a pretty good little flick.
Yeah, Halle Berry's hair looks ridiculous in it. No offense, sorry, Halle Berry.
Halle Berry, definitely. Wow, all right. Didn't know she was just shouting from.
She has a brother named Harry Belly, of course.
She's just shouting.
Yeah, because you have a different name, and of course you name your last name's Harry or Belly. You name yourself Harry.
Halle Berry and her brother Harry Belly.
Harry Belly.
Harry Belafonte. Oh my god. Harry Belly. What kind of stinking name is that?
What kind of stinking name is that?
This is hilarious.
That's why they don't leave me in charge of naming the siblings of famous actors.
Or the siblings of anybody, really.
Yeah, I guess so.
Matt's never named anybody in his entire life.
True.
Fact.
Did he have a pet, like a pet beetle or something you didn't name? Or
yeah, he had a pet beetle.
Named
he named him Ringo.
Yeah, cool. Ringo. I named him Pete Best. Because I'm for the worst.
Because he loved the band at a super young age.
Is there must be a Beatles museum in Liverpool, right?
Oh, there probably is.
I guess.
Yeah, I have no time there, so we'll find out. I'll have to find out.
That seems like a good idea. Are you going to Hamburg?
No.
Okay.
Oh, you can check out the Salad. It's called The Cellar? No,
I didn't say Hamburg.
I know. And I said just deal with it. Hashtag deal with it. Yeah, it's basically just main cities. I don't have enough time to go to these little, it's up Cologne.
My favorite main city is probably Portland, by the way.
Oh, mine's not Bangor. Mine's Portsmouth, actually. I like Portsmouth. Nice spot.
You know the dumb joke I always say is people are like, yeah, I'm going to Portland. Maine? And they say no. Portland, Oregon. Because nobody goes to Portland, Maine.
Some people do, just not on the West Coast.
Yeah, you know what? I suppose so.
It's not a destination. But speaking of which, a random thought. Fred Armisen was on WTF last Thursday, and I want to listen to it. It's a good écoute.
Écoutez, c'est bon écouter.
I think like when you get to a certain, like Nerdist and WTF are in like the 600s and 700 episode, and then you get to one, and it's like Fred Armisen. You're like, really? He hasn't been on this before? Really?
Yeah.
But a lot of SNL guys really haven't, unless they did like a live show or something like that, because he hasn't done.
His live shows are horrible.
Oh yeah, I don't think he does them anymore. Pete.
Who, Marks?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't heard him.
Pete. Come on, Holmes. Yeah, Davidson. Isn't very good either.
Davidson.
Pete Davidson.
I guess Davidson. I was wrong.
Yeah, Holmes.
Pete Homeless.
That would be much sadder.
I know where I came up with that.
Very clever.
I do want to check out. They just debuted at TIFF that movie with Tom Hiddleston as Hank Williams. I saw the light.
Really?
That's what closes
like
fifth
terrible
this year.
casting, but it might not be.
Apparently, it's good. He's a clip on YouTube of him singing a Hank Williams song. Well, Hank Williams and not the guy, because Hank Williams Jr. is the guy who used to sing the Monday Night Football song.
He's like, all right, Monday night, we're all good.
Pink's
doing it this year, though, actually, which is terrible.
Is she doing push-ups in the video?
Doing push-ups. Is that a thing she does?
In the
doing
video
the shups.
Shows for life. She does it in the video for There You Go.
Okay.
Look.
Oh yeah, the first where she crashes her motorcycle through a guy's window. Oh man, when her hair was actually pink.
Yeah, her hair.
It's really hard to screen just like have a duo together.
Her hair turned pink, by the way, because she was in a horse cart accident.
Yeah, which was immortalized in that song with the Crash Test Dummies.
Once there was a guy who took a trip to Singapore.
Oh my god! Will, of course, goes right to the Weird Al song.
Of course he does. But seriously, I was with my friend Derek like 2 months ago, and I played we were playing. I think I told the story already, but we were playing that. I can't remember what it's called. DC guys against Marvel guys in like Mortal Kombat style fighting. What is that? It was just DC. Uncharted,
Gods
Immortals,
or something?
Immortals, God Among Us.
Nah, maybe. Like
Injustice, Gods Among Us.
Yeah, maybe. But I was playing as Solomon Grundy, and I was like, Superman never made anyone. He's like, what is that? And I was like, what? He's like, what are you singing? I was like, you don't know the song?
You know
and
the
then
CTD,
I played it
bro?
for him. He's like, Clark Kent, there was a real gent. But yeah, he had never heard that song before, and it blew my freaking mind.
Yeah, Clark Kent, of course, being a good gent.
The singer Brad Roberts taught Chris Jericho guitar lessons back in the day.
Like the singer, so it's not really that guy you really want to teach you guitar lessons.
He can sing and play. Apparently, he sang, play guitar, keyboards, the omnichord, and the optigan. What the hell's an optigan? Oh, it's just a fancy keyboard. Okay.
Well, I didn't know what anything you were talking about was. So
pretty much all
keyboards are. A keyboard is like it's like an electric piano.
Oh, so you get
through the keys.
Shocked.
Yeah, exactly.
If you play it.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Make sure you wear rubber gloves. Like wear
otherwise
dishwashing gloves.
Sean Connery comes by and says, "Shocking."
After
you throw your hat into it.
Oh, who did he do that
What's
to?
He up to?
He threw a thing of the...
You could figure this out, Will. Whose hat?
Odd random task.
Odd job.
Random task.
Who throws a shoe? Honestly,
he threw a toaster in a bathtub when a guy was in it too, though.
Yeah, that might have been the same movie.
I think that was.
It might have been Goldmember. He's like,
actually, I'm pretty sure it is Goldfinger.
You should. You're toast.
I'm pretty well. That's part of the fight where he sees a guy and the girl he's kissing.
Yeah, and the reflection of her eye.
Yeah,
that's
so good.
Cool.
It's like this guy with like a knife or something.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
So good.
I don't know what Bond movie it is, but he rips a hair out of his head and like puts it between the crack and the door.
That's
and that's
original.
how he knows if the door was open when he wasn't there or something like that. I was like, what?
Oh,
yeah, it
just
fell on its own.
No,
because he licked it.
And then you know how much product they used to put in that stuff? The shellac and
the shellac. Pomade.
A lot of shellac.
I don't know if you'd shellac your hair.
I think shellac.
The men did back then if they were real men.
Yes, that's right. Real men.
He probably also used one of his patent or Connery chest hairs to get that thing to stick.
That's right. I used some of my back hair to stick it on there. And it's stuck. That's right. It's stuck
Ladies
on
and gentlemen, Shrek.
Oh, gosh. I like onions.
Don't care.
Don't care. Check me out. Don't care.
Onions have layers. Ogres have layers.
Oh, gotta have layers. Just like all of us. So is cake? I guess so.
The band Cake?
I want to know the world record for the biggest
cake band.
for the biggest single layered cake. It's 27 feet high.
Really? You want to know that'd just be a brownie.
I want to know that. It'd be.
I want to know what cake is.
I want you to show me.
I don't know why I break into song like 90 times a podcast, but it's not going away anytime soon.
Yeah,
like I never hear you sing IRL.
See, there you go.
Well, it is going away anytime soon because I won't be here for 8 weeks.
I never hear you sing in IRL in real life. That's right. 8 weeks. The hell are we gonna do for 8 weeks?
Man, it's fine. I don't really add anything to this podcast anyway. I just again break into song.
Hey, well, if you want, we can just take a Saturday and just start at one end at the other, and we can just do all the 8 weeks all at once.
Yeah, I mean, we could have done that with me present, but that's fine.
No, scheduling, Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is scheduling. Yeah, we'll just record 8 hours and be like, hey, do you see the movie that comes out October 7th? It was crazy.
Yes, I think it'd probably work. I have all sorts of good ideas.
Yeah, no, I think so. You have all sorts of good ideas? All right, good. Let's start spitballing ideas. Let's start spitballing stuff to do when Alex isn't here.
Perfect. Alex, one episode all about Family Matters.
Okay. Family Matters. A double meaning, by the way, because it says
there's an episode of Family Matters where Carl's playing poker against your neighbor, and he's like, "Your name shouldn't be Carl Winslow. It should be Carl Wins Never."
That's amazing. Tell me more.
So you can't do this podcast without me. Don't do a Family Matters podcast without me, or a Fresh Prince one.
Ooh, well, no, yeah, I think Fresh Prince is obviously.
Just do I don't know what stuff do you like that I don't like. Most things.
We gotta make it also listen toable.
Ralph McQuarrie concept.
Why start now, Matt?
Thanks, Rudy.
Listen toable.
Unlisten toable.
Unlistenable to ours.
Yeah. I think we might have to guess like what Alex is up to while he's out there in Europe. I'm just gonna have to imagine.
We can make a jingle. It's like, where in the world is Alex Vaughn right now?
Probably Europe, but where exactly?
Yeah, I mean that really limits. In the show, it was really hard to find out where Carmen Sandiego was because we could have been anywhere in the world. And then it was like, where in the galaxy is Carmen Sandiego? Not.
What was like where in time, right?
Not as in not, but not as an astronaut. Or cosmonaut, and AUT,
or like a knot, like a shoe knot.
Has anyone ever asked why is Carmen Sandiego?
Yeah, why?
That's the more existential show. Why in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
What kind of name is Carmen Sandiego?
Spanish.
Well, a made up one. First of all,
Alex, to quote you, probably. Every name is made up.
Yeah, that's true.
Quote something that I could imagine coming out of your mouth.
Yeah, okay.
I like the sentence, to quote you,
probably.
Quote you, probably.
He's not wrong. That's the issue part about it. It's like, yeah, that's accurate. That is.
I'm staring into your soul and I'm pulling little things out of it like spider webs.
Whoa, that got really weird because spider webs come out of the rectum.
I got into my car this week, and I looked across. It was by myself. I was on my way to work, and I just looked across the passenger seat. There's just a dead spider perfectly positioned right in the middle of the seat, as if he sat there and then just waited for me to go, and I never came, and he died.
He was like, guys, we're going to be late for my soccer practice. Guys? I'm locked in.
Dies.
Quickly running out of oxygen.
Oh, no.
Quickly running out of oxygen.
Yeah, that's a problem. Problem for that spider.
Well, he had 8 legs, but I guess he wish he had 8
9
lungs.
lives.
9 lives.
Lungs. 8 lungs wouldn't help. He would need more air, and he'd probably die sooner.
Mine was better. Well, I apologize.
Mine was better. I apologize.
Mine was better.
I'm sorry. Mine was better. Well,
I'm really Canadian. I apologize for everything. Mine was better.
You're gonna get called out for that so much in Europe. Yeah, just be a jerk. Be a jerk, man.
I kind of have to be. I feel like a lot of there's certain situations you get in where people will try and put bracelets on you or necklaces on you. They're like, it's free, and then they put it on you. You're like, you owe me $100, and you're like, what? So I'll let you know how that goes.
Get that bracelet off me, eh? I'm not gonna pay you. Just
you're being a real
loser. I didn't want this bracelet on me. Now I'll go break a bottle of Coors over your head real quick.
As Lester B. Pearson once said. Take off.
Take off.
Take a quick canoe down the fast river.
Because I'll go beaver pelt.
Stuff you. That's my favorite. Stuff that. Oh, God, I love that. Did you guys see that Australian news anchor? They're talking about they have this thing the Discovery Channel found this thing about great white sharks. But the video going over his voiceover is this enormous great white shark coming out of the water. And then it cuts back to the guy in studio, and he's just like, he's like, I'm never going in the water again. And the lady's like, me neither. Stuff that. I'm like, oh, God, I wish
that's so charming. I love that.
Curse that we could have here. Stuff that would definitely be it. We should see it because the dude's just blown away. Just yeah, no, I'm never doing that again.
Oh, God.
How can Australians how can they be in awe of how horrifying their country is?
Man. Well,
it's just a top to bottom horrible place.
This is full of a bunch of deadly
spiders.
I
mean, it was
deadly snakes.
It was a prison, for lack of it. Not a prison, but a place where you sent your criminals.
Yeah, but there were people there before. They're called Aboriginals.
Yeah,
they didn't choose
and
to be
everything
there.
was fine for them.
Yeah, and they're doing well now.
And they're doing great.
Well,
gosh.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to talk about the cultural issues with Australia without knowing too much about it.
How about being that first person to be get banished to Australia, and you're just guys, there's other people here.
I think I would be like, oh, I'm totally not banished. I'm just on vacation with other people,
and they're just
and they're all really cool. Yeah, that would be a problem.
It's there's all sorts of flora and fauna, and oh, look at that little spider. I'm going to give it a pet. Ow.
I'm going to make it my pet, and I'm dead.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing. The first guy who got stranded on in Australia probably thought he was the first guy, but it was actually the 150th, and he, like everybody else, just died instantly.
Everyone was probably so sunburnt. They didn't know what the sun looked like. In England, it's cloudy 99% of the time. They go to Australia, it's hot. Ugh, no SPF.
No.
No SPF.
And no chill.
No chill, no SPF.
No chill.
I don't know. Glad I didn't get banished to Australia.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, you are going to the country that did the banishing, so maybe. Do they still do that? By the way, they still banish. They still
have an agreement with Australia.
Well, obviously, yes. Will I mean the population growth in Australia is rather large, so obviously,
yes. It is rather large. Maybe that'll be my European trip. I'll go to Australia. Even from here, though, it still takes
take on that
400 days to get there by swim.
That makes sense.
By swim.
I mean, now the biggest problem with Australia is that, the whole area is divided up into kind of fiefdoms, and there's one group that just has the water, and the one that has the bullets, and one that has the gasoline. And
okay.
I'm hearing about
I think I know where you're going with this one.
Yeah, Furiosa's got some interesting plans.
Yeah.
Very curious.
You guys talk about Angry Alan?
Angry Alan. Hi,
Angry
Alan. I'm here in Australia, and it's pretty terrible. I'm being used as a blood bag.
Bitter Bob, Crazy Carl.
There's a little guy whose face painted white. He's pretty interested in getting her.
Disillusioned David. Eager Eric.
My friend watched that movie, Tom. He's just like, nope, didn't like it. I was just like, oh,
Mad Max?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. That's one of those...
He's like, disappointed!
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I'll take part of the blame because I told you it was insane, but I never really even told him it was good. I was like, it's just insane in the best way possible.
Yeah, see, insane.
It is really good, though.
Depends if you go to an institution. Insane is not good.
That's true.
True, yeah, fact.
So that's good.
We've all seen that Mark Ruffalo, Leonardo DiCaprio movie, which name eludes me. Skull Island. Nope. Shutter Island. Shutter Island.
Oh,
Is Ruffy in that one?
I think Ruffalo's in it.
I believe so.
If not, it's someone who looks and sounds and talks exactly like
it's
him.
Ruffalo. He's his partner.
Right.
That's the whole idea.
Someone who looks and sounds exactly like him.
Yeah, with the same name.
He's doing a killer impression.
Yeah, that's a great Ruffalo impression. You don't see a lot of those.
You don't see a lot of Ruff impression.
No.
We kind of did one on. We kind of did one on this show when Ian and I did the Avengers sketch, but it's not an easy one to do.
No,
even for someone as talented.
I almost just tried to do one and was just like, no, obviously not.
Obviously,
Well, obviously, I'm not doing that.
There's so many impressions I don't know exist until I see them done on, say, Saturday Night Live, and then that's the impression I do is whatever the guy,
whatever they do.
Like,
yeah, they do all
the lady or gentleman
heavy lifting there, coming up with something amazing.
They do the heavy lifting, yep. Yeah.
Like Jimmy Fallon's Russell Brand is so straight. I find it to be so good. His Chris Rock's really good too, but he went blackface for it, and they're like, we're never doing this again.
Yeah, they loosened the collar on that one.
I get so much joy out of his friendship with like Justin Timberlake. It's awesome. The History of Rap 6 last week on.
Are they really?
Yeah, and it was good.
How was that?
Still good.
I feel like they're running out of songs, but obviously they're not.
They're not because they're doing like. They're doing like.
And they do like recent stuff.
Yeah, like Running Through the Six with Drake. That's just came out. So I mean, modern history.
Hey, actual serious question: why is it called the Six?
The area code.
The area codes.
One of them.
Oh, it's 6 area codes?
416 and 613.
Oh, that's Ottawa.
Yeah.
I thought 905.
Oh, they count that?
I think so.
I think 613 is Ottawa, isn't it?
I know 613 is Ottawa. I just didn't know that was included in the.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But they do
416 is my impression of it.
Yeah.
416, and I think the 905 too, which is the name.
I know, but that would be like yeah, we're coming from Vaughan, Ontario.
Well, actually, that's the name of the Mississauga D League team. It's called like the 905 or something.
I really better not be.
It is for the Raptors. Raptors D League.
Yeah, it's called 905 and stuff like that.
Raptors have their own D League. Wow.
They have their own D League team called Raptors 905.
They have an entire team. They
play in the Hershey Center.
The NBA is a little confusing though because it has a D League, but it's only 19 teams. It's like,
it's not everybody there.
Not everybody. Like with some teams, just like we don't have a D League.
My favorite one is the Maine Red Claws. They have a lobster as their logo, and they play in Portland.
There you go.
I really want Red Claws gear.
Take you back to How Do You Like Me Now? Well, you guys can Matt. You can go on a road trip to Portland, Maine, and watch the Red Claws in Accione.
I absolutely could. I could.
Yes. Or it's possible.
Now, what do you guys think is the D League team for the Philadelphia 76ers?
It's Pospisil.
Oh, I was actually looking this up. It's the 87ers, and they play in Florida?
No, they play in Delaware.
We're
in Delaware.
We're in Delaware. I know that, the D League teams are actually pretty
Sioux Falls Skyforce.
Skyforce?
Sounds like the worst local TV show of all time.
Sounds like the Skylanders. Sioux Falls Skyforce. It's the traffic report, the Sioux Falls Skyforce with Ollie in the Sky. I think Ollie in the Sky is a Simpsons thing. I
thought that was a Family Guy thing.
It is a Family Guy thing.
Is Ollie in the Sky? No, Ollie's the certain weather forecast.
Yeah.
Oh, bro. The Lakers D team is the Los Angeles Defenders.
I get it.
Dumb.
Those
like
the
dumb
worst,
fenders.
The worst thing is the Halifax Rainmen.
They just stay in their own zone, just hands up.
just throwing long bombs.
Exactly.
These should be worth more than 3.
Should be worth 7.
Did you guys know that I really like football, and when it came back, I didn't realize how much?
Yeah.
Is that kind of hurting you a little bit? Though?
No, it's fine that I'm going to be gone for it. That's all. That just is what it is, and I'll
is what it is. Was what it was.
900 other games to see when I get back. But you kind of forget. You're like, oh man, I wish football would come back. And then the Pats having the first game of the season and like kind of having their the Super Bowl trophy thing and everything and winning. I was just like, man, I really like this a lot.
Yeah,
no kidding. It's fun to like it when your team is the champion.
Yeah, remember when Baltimore had their Thursday night game after they won the Super Bowl, but it was on the road and they gave up
real quick,
7 touchdowns.
Shut up.
Wait, you have it on the road? That seems so stupid.
Yeah, because the Orioles had a game the same day.
At Camden Yards. I had Peyton Manning on my fantasy team though, so it was okay. That was the icing, the silver lining on the cake.
Ugh,
and by the way, if your cake has silver lining, it's probably mercury. Don't eat it.
Yeah, definitely don't eat that cake.
But that's why I don't follow football in the off season, because it's like, oh, I'm just waiting, and then when it comes back, it's like, yeah, here we go. Forgot how much I like this.
That's why
so even just watch the highlights from the Patriots
football
game
when it's not on.
Yeah, that's why I saw the highlights of the Patriots Steelers game. I was like, yeah, there we go. And now, and yesterday, Sunday, game started at 10 a.m. here. And
oh my God, it's crazy.
Oh, it goes all day long, all day.
I have done a little research into watching games when I'm over there, but the time change is just brutal. Like one of the days I'm in
all of them.
Madrid, and it's like, yeah, it's a 9:25 start time in Halifax. So that means it's like a 2 a.m. start time in Madrid. That's not happening.
That's not happening.
I hope it's not happening.
Yeah. See, how it happened was...
Unless you're drinking sangria all night long, all night.
And your lips stink like sangria. Yeah, I probably won't be getting too much drinking when I'm over there.
That's not true.
That is absolutely true, because I'm terrified I won't be able to, I'll get lost or something. That's the last thing I want.
That's true.
So. Yeah, I guess it's...
You can have a nice warm beer in an English pub. I always wanted to do that.
Yep. Nice Looking forward to that. There's something going on when I'm over there called the Apple Music Festival, and that is 10 straight days of free concerts. So it's before and after I'm there. Before I'm there, I can't remember who's there. After I'm there, Mumford & Sons are playing. But the 3 nights I'm there, it's One Direction, Carrie Underwood, and the Weeknd.
Oh,
so I looked it up and I was like, man, I
really
want to see The Weeknd. And then I looked it up and it's like, tickets are free? I was like, tickets are free to the Apple Music Festival? And it was just like, to UK residents only. And the next FAQ was like, oh, but I would do anything to see blank. How can I buy tickets? And they're like, nope, sorry, UK residents only. It's like, oh. There's no way I can get tickets.
If you're not from the UK, you could just sort off, all right?
You can just sort off. Stuff you if they're getting in here with our free concerts.
Well, who is that? I feel like that was a very specific...
Well, it's not very specific. It's just a guy, all right? My name's Trevor. I live in...
no, that sounds
I'm from Cambridgeshire, next to West Sussex on Easton-Mare, on Tyne.
God, I'm going to get lost.
On Strine. Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I've just got to... So,
what?
Just pay attention.
Okay.
That's what they're all going to sound like.
That is what they're going to sound like. I'm just going to be like, cool.
I forgot about it. I was going to the facts of the guy.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Just listen to a lot of live Rolling Stones and see if you get there.
There's probably an app on your phone that's like live subtitles. That'd be handy.
Well, so my friend went to Queen's University back then in Kingston, and one of the people...
In Kingston!
Sorry. And one of the people she went with, he'd be like, oh, you guys should come out and check my friend's band. Like, he was really into it. They were just like, nah. Like, I don't know, he's pretty good. Like, you should come check it out. She's like, no one wants to go see your friend's band. No one cares.
Uh-oh.
Turns out it's The Weeknd.
Oh, hilarious.
Hold on. Do you know who The Weeknd is, Will?
Yeah, he's the black fella from Toronto.
Oh boy, he's from Scarborough.
No, I mean, not incorrect, but
he's from the 905 or the 416.
Yeah, okay.
He's I can't hear my ears when I'm with you. No, I remember The Weeknd. I can't
pop my cast when I'm with you.
The two things I remember The Weeknd is that apparently he does that song now, and he spells his name wrong. He doesn't have an E.
I mean, it's pronounced.
He spells his name right. It's just if you were actually going to use it as the word weekend, it's incorrect.
Well, his real name is probably like Hank or something.
His real name
is I feel like Hank is probably the least likely.
Abel Tesfaye.
Wait, really?
It is Abel Tesfaye, yeah. But he was, I remember like a couple years ago he was out here, and like I have some friends that are way more into the cool music scene than I am. So they're like, hey, The Weeknd's coming. I'm like, who the heck's that guy? He'll never do anything famously. And,
actually really like
sure
him.
Enough, he broke out. Yeah, he broke out.
Yeah. He opened for Justin Timberlake for a couple shows when he did his 2020 tour.
Not
the one I saw, but it's fine.
He's a young kid. He'll be around.
Yeah, and his girlfriend's even younger. So.
Oh, gross.
Yep.
That's supposed to mean.
What's Matt say?
So what's that supposed to mean? He's a young guy.
Well, he's 26, but his girlfriend's 18.
Oh, right.
My favorite. Oh, gross.
Yep.
But he's just 9 and she's 14. Yeah, he's probably
gonna marry her someday. Well, I know he built three.
Well, you're gonna go see The Weeknd at
C3PO, and I heard how fast his pod can go.
Alex, is this how you ought to end your tenure here?
It's true. What?
Is that how you want to end your tenure here?
Made a witch or two. Yeah, kinda.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
Yeah, kind of. Well, that's whether you like it or don't. That's how it's happening.
What I liked about this podcast, there's a beginning, a middle, and end, and we had a clear idea the whole way through what we were doing.
Oh, also, this is good. Everybody who wanted to hear an Edward review and came back to this is all very happy they heard it. Also,
please give him the wrong name of the podcast.
Serious question about Drake too. What does OVO mean?
October's very own. His birthday is October 18th, so he calls himself October's very own.
That's very.
I don't know if he calls himself that.
Possessive?
That's what he called himself, and then that's what his label became. So
then I'm going to call myself. I'm going to call myself SOB, September's own boy. You know what I mean? I can pull it off. Hey,
that was something.
This is something. This is nothing. This is something.
This is nothing. All right.
If you want to hear a whole lot of more, if you want to see a bunch more
Yes.
Will something.
Yes.
William C.
Gross.
on the Twitter bot.
Oh, gross. Yeah. Don't follow him on Instagram though. Ugh.
Hey. The only thing I post about is this show, guys. I'm so
yeah, I know.
You
need to step your game up and then put it back down.
That's true. Or I can be like Alex and post words on Instagram, which is a site about photographs and not words. So if you want to post words, go on Facebook or Twitter. If you want to post photos, go to Instagram.
But you can also
photo he posted.
Photos on either of those things.
What?
Lots of people post words on Instagram.
I know. That's not saying it's right. A lot of people steal also, so that's not right either.
I don't know. That's a leap in logic I'm not willing to make at all.
Leap in Logic is another one of my favorite members of the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah, leap in logic. There's a rapper named Logic, actually.
Really?
He's pretty good. Yeah, he has a song with Childish Gambino called Driving Miss Daisy. Check it out. It's good stuff.
Check it out. Also, check out me on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook.
I already gave it to
on
you.
all those.
Yeah,
I know. I'm doing it twice. It's called a twofer.
And thanks for asking. I'm at Evonics,
Grace?
EVAUGHANICS.
Yes, you can follow Alex's European...
I'll be tweeting. I'll be IGing. I'll be snapping. I'll be writing. I'll be inciting.
Snapchat.
I'll be...
Don't. What's up? Where are you going with this?
I don't know. I wasn't going anywhere. But now you want me to stop. Where are you going in your head that it's going to be so offensive that I say something?
Where are you going, sir?
Excuse me, sir. Can you not rhyme another word, please?
I
was running through the six with my woes.
Yeah, I can't feel my face when I'm with you.
I love it.
I'm at MP Vaughn on Twitter.
Matt, what are you at?
Yes.
I'm at MP Vaughn on Twitter.
EMPEEVON.
VON.
Do you not get any followers because of this podcast? I don't know why, Matt.
He's at MP Vonics.
Well, I did okay last week, thanks.
I get minus followers from this podcast.
Oh yeah,
like yeah.
They tweet you. They say, "I'm not following you."
No, because like it's because of my affiliation with you guys. They're like you're awesome, but you're the company you keep, sir. Oh God,
I haven't seen that movie. Have you guys seen that movie?
What?
No, that was shot here. The company you keep with Rob Redford and nope, they're wrong. Shia LaBeouf,
Naomi Watts, and Carol Burnett.
All right, everybody, let's all bid a fond farewell to Alex.
Bye.
He's leaving on a jet plane, and he probably won't come back. So,
wow.
Take care of yourself in Europe. Wash behind your ears, and carry a knife with you at all times.
Okay.
Because they're legal over there, aren't they?
Knives?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know. They're not really illegal anywhere.
They're not one legal.
Yeah.
God. All right. Peace out, everybody. Thanks for listening. We'll be back next week with a better show.
Yeah, because I won't be here.
That's what I'll be here.
The 1 week that seems kind of rude.
It'll be next week will be a 5-minute show.
Here's one thing you won't hear for another 8 weeks. Bye.
No, we just saved that audio clip, so we'll just patch that in anytime we ask you something.
We'll patch that in.
That was
Go Pats.
Okay, let me try this again. This will be the end for real this time. Okay, shut up.
All right, for real.
Shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth.
Just tell me to shut my mouth. Bye.